when I was very young, I used to go to auditions and I used to see those long queues, auditions going on for 3 days, 4 days, and people, you know, the ones who are deserving, not getting chances. People think it's just the instant thing, you know, I just got hype from social media. Correct. By posting videos and slow-mos and by lip syncing, but it's not the truth. During jab we met, actually, Geet character.
Absolutely.
So I love the way she acts. I love the energy. I love जो एक लाइन में जो उनका पूरा चेहरा बोल जाता है. और कई बार मेरे शोज में मुझे बहुत सारे डायरेक्टर ने कॉम्प्लीमेंट किया है कि मैं उनकी तरह एक्ट करती हूँ. उनकी जो लाइन है जिसको मैं बहुत रिलेट करती हूँ मैं अपने आप की फेवरेट हूँ. पीपल आर नेवर entirely satisfied with what you do. You know, if I post a picture which, you know, 75% or let's say 80%, you know, they like it, but the other 30%, even if they like it, they have to comment rubbish. I shot for my Punjabi film.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was supposed to release यही कुछ महीनों में, बट जैसे हमारी कोविड की वापस से वो हो गया था, उसके वजह से अगेन few delays, but inshallah it will be out soon and I really hope that you guys watch it and like it. I learned Punjabi for that. Now don't ask me to say something in Punjabi because I want to keep it like a full secret.
Hello everyone, this is Avinash Lohana and you're watching Pinkvilla. Our guest today is a young achiever, a social media sensation and someone who has won the hearts of millions across the world. Please welcome Jannat Zubair. Hi Jannat.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
So, you know, I would like to begin this interview by asking you about your influence on social media. At one point, social media was not really a career option, but it is today. You know, when we were studying, we only had the option of science, arts, commerce. But there's a lot that's happening today. Did you also go through that phase, or social media was always the focus for you?
No, social media was never a focus for me. Because I started acting when I was very, very young. I was a kid. I was 6 or 7 years old. So the focus was only acting. You know, and back then, we did not know that, you know, it will take such a big turn and it will become this huge thing. Yeah. And now, like you said, it is a career. Now, when you ask people, they say, you know, I'm an influencer. And it's such a great thing because, you know, when I was very young, I used to go to auditions and I used to see those long queues. Auditions going on for 3 days, 4 days, and people, you know, the ones who are deserving, not getting chances, and you know, they still have that कीड़ा of acting और निकालना चाहते थे. But now because of social media, उनके खुद के talent को portray करने के लिए they have their own platform.
Absolutely.
You know, they're not relying on somebody else or they're not relying on कब मुझे मेरे talent को showcase करने का मुझे platform मिलेगा. So I think it's very good in a certain way if you use it in the right.
Sure.
Direction.
You know, but that's also very interesting what you just said. A lot of people think that your fame and the, you know, the attention that you've got is very recent, but you've been working for it since 2010. And of course, there has been a journey which is almost 12 years long, right? How do you look back to that day? I started working, I think, in 2008 or 7 or 8. So yeah. And before acting, I used to do garment modeling. You know, when you go to a showroom, you see those pictures which were kids modeling for outfits and stuff. So that's how I started. So I look back with gratitude and we've actually seen the struggle. You know, my parents used to take me to town, to places. For shoes, it used to take like 4 hours of traveling back then. So I look with gratitude, but like you said, people think it's just the instant thing. You know, I just got hype from social media by posting videos and slow-mos and by lip syncing, but it's not the truth. But yeah, I'm still very grateful for everything. Sure. Do you remember those days? I remember in one of the interviews also said your father used to take you around for all the auditions. And
I know.
How were those days?
Those days
How many auditions in a day would you do? Tell me.
3 or 4 auditions.
Wow.
Yeah. And like I said, queue लगते थे and we used to get a queue sheet जिसमें आप नाम लिख के चले जाते हैं और आपको लाइन से बुलाया जाता है. कितनी बार होता था, बहुत ज़्यादा लंबी लाइन होती थी. We used to write our names, you know, go to another audition. वहाँ भीड़ नहीं होती थी, वहाँ audition कर देते थे. And then come back to the place जहाँ आपका नंबर आ गया होगा शायद. And my initial 2 years, I did not do anything. I think I've mentioned it so many times before because I was camera conscious. I had no idea. Because nobody in my family, I was camera conscious.
Wow.
I didn't know how to, you know, look into the camera, say the lines. So my dad used to prepare me for like half an hour, 45 minutes for small lines. I used to do everything perfectly with him. I used to stand in front of the camera and all blank. I did this process for exactly 2 years.
Wow.
But yes, when I started. Then no
And how?
looking back.
And how? And beautifully so. I also have to ask you this about, as a child, you might have an influence who inspired you to become an actor. Was there someone?
Yeah, it was my dad. A lot of people might know about this who follow me. He wanted to become an actor.
Correct.
And that's what he thought कि मेरी बेटी करेगी या मेरा बेटा करेगा when they grow up, and he's the one who taught me acting. So we used to have this rehearsal sessions in my house. For half an hour he used to do those expression switch like happiness, cry, surprise, scared, fear, ऐसे and I used to change my expressions. So that is how I learned acting. सबको लगता था that I've taken classes, acting classes, this and that, but no, my dad taught me, and he was the only inspiration because he had this focus and aim that ये करना है. Because आप किसी 6 साल के बच्चे को obviously नहीं पता होता है उसे लाइफ में क्या करना है.
Correct.
So it was his aim. जिसके वजह से when you say that I am a young achiever, it's because of him. Because I was so young, जब मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आता था, he was the one who knew क्या करना है. So that आज जब मैं 20 years की होंगी तो उन्होंने देखा होगा कि मैं कहाँ होंगी.
Sure.
So yeah.
Another influence, if I've read correctly and if I've researched correctly, is Kareena Kapoor Khan, right?
Oh yeah.
You are a fan.
Yeah, I love her acting. I mean, I became her fan when I was during Jab Bhi Met, actually. Geet character.
Absolutely.
So, I love the way she acts. I love the energy. I love जो एक लाइन में जो उनका पूरा चेहरा बोल जाता है. और कई बार मेरे शोज में मुझे बहुत सारे डायरेक्टर ने कॉम्प्लीमेंट किया है कि मैं उनकी तरह एक्ट करती हूँ.
Really?
So that's I think because मैं कहीं ना कहीं उनकी एक्टिंग और उसको इतना गौर से देखती हूँ कि वो हर एक चीज में मतलब अगर उन्हें लुक भी देना है तो उसमें भी बहुत एनर्जी है. So I think yeah.
Can you impersonate Geet? Can you say anything how Geet says from Jab We Met?
जब भी मेट का कोई मुझे लाइन तो नहीं याद है, बट उनकी जो लाइन है जिसको मैं बहुत रिलेट करती हूँ इज मैं अपने आप की फेवरेट हूँ. सो दैट इज एक्चुअली द ट्रूथ.
You think you reached that level of stardom? Or how do you define stardom?
See, when I look back and I see that I gained fans during my shows. When I used to do Fulva, I used to do Kashi and so many other television shows. I used to meet people, and I remember there was this one time not during Fulva, after 3-4 years I met this family. I was shooting for another thing and they came to me and they were like, we loved your show and we loved your character and we loved you so much that we named our daughter Fulva. So things like this, I think that is what real stardom for me is, when you are able to connect with people so much that you're influencing them into their real life. I mean, if they love me so much, they love my character so much that they name their daughter as Fulva. So I think that's is a big deal for me. Now, there was this fan, she was from Bangkok. She tattooed my name. The other time when I got to know, she made like this full face, my face on her hand. So I think this is this is a different kind of connection, because I know that I will never be able to do something like this for somebody I've never met. I don't know how the person is in real life. I mean, not everything you see on social media is the truth, right?
Correct.
But even then, if they love me so much, if I'm able to build that connection with them, I think that is real stardom for me,
Sure.
So,
but does the stardom has longevity?
It's very difficult sometimes to explain few things, but I just want to keep it short and very, very simple. I am not asking anything more from this. I think what I have is extreme for me. Now, after this, I don't see what else. Because the main thing is, I mean, there are so many actors, actresses, so many people, they are loved on screen. But when somebody loves you off screen for Jannat, I stopped doing TV in 2018, I guess. So, my real victory is people are not loving me for the person I'm being portrayed on TV. The person that the director is showing me, the writer is writing, the dialogues I am saying. People love a character. They gain sympathy and stuff like that. But now they love me for who I am. They love Jannat. So I think that is what really matters.
Sure. fame and attention are a part and parcel of the social media culture at this point in time, but it also comes with own pressures. I remember in one of the interviews you said that somebody wrote you an email saying कि आप कुछ गोरी हैं या ऐसा कुछ, तो आपको email आया था
कि मैंने injections लिए हैं गोरे होने के. Right.
How strange. Do you get a lot of these?
Not a lot of these, but yeah, sometimes. I'm very grateful for this also, that I do not get hate very often.
That's true.
Yeah. It's this, I think one time I was reading comments, this was this one thing, and there are a lot of pressures actually. And
what
now,
are these pressures?
See, what happens is people are never entirely satisfied with what you do. If I post a picture which 75% or let's say 80%, they like it, but the other 30%, even if they like it, they have to comment rubbish or stuff like that, because like I've said this before, that not every follower is your fan.
Yeah.
Even if the person follows me, doesn't mean that he or she is my fan. They're always there to poke, they're always there to write, and some people, they also do it for attention, because they feel like if they write something out of the box, they might receive a reply or anything. But I think it's best to ignore. But sometimes it's also very hurtful, because you feel like, what did I do? What's wrong with you? I did not even do anything to you.
Sure.
Why?
Sure. But Janan, more power, yeah. I'm sure this attention that comes your way, it's difficult to handle, and how you've been handling this fan following is great. But like you were talking about the pressures, I want to understand, how do you handle all this hate or whatever these feedback come to you? Let's use the word feedback, a more constructive word. Does it play on your mind for the next picture that you post?
Not for the pictures actually. Not for the pictures. When you talk about pressure, I also have to pay attention to what caption I am putting.
Yeah.
Because I know my following, the age group, it's between 13, 14 to 18, 19. They're children, they're kids. So there are times even when I think, even if it's a song lyric and I want to put it as a caption and I feel like, it is not suitable for a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old, I would not do that. So that is not a pressure, but it is a responsibility. I feel responsible for that okay, if a certain amount of people who are of this age, they're following me, I think it's my responsibility to make sure that whatever they see, if they're getting influenced, they're supposed to get influenced in the right way. So I shouldn't be uploading this or putting this as a caption.
Sure. People around you have also arranged a surprise for you, which you didn't know about, obviously. How did that feel?
Feels amazing. I have no idea about it. I'm sure my parents who are sitting in Dubai right now, even they know about it, but they did not tell me a word about this. But I'm very, very grateful for these people. Very happy to be with Matt. I've been with Matt for like almost अभी 1 साल होने वाला है, and Gautam is like a family. The entire team, I think this is Janag, there is Sakshi now, there is Prachi, so many people. I think इतना ध्यान रखते हैं and कोई मौका नहीं छोड़ते to make me feel special.
Acting को लेके आगे क्या plans हैं? What will we see Jannat do next?
I shot for my Punjabi film.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was supposed to release यही कुछ महीनों में, बट जैसे हमारी कोविड की वापस से वो हो गया था, उसके वजह से आगे इन few delays, but inshallah it will be out soon and I really hope that you guys watch it and like it. I learned Punjabi for that. Now don't ask me to say something in Punjabi because I want to keep it like a full secret so that it comes out like a proper Punjabi accent and a Punjabi girl who knows how to speak Punjabi. So yeah, we shot this film and I'm very excited and I'm looking forward.
Lovely. We'll play a quick rapid fire round with you.
Okay.
The first question is, if you could get a superpower for a day, what would that be and why?
I want so many superpowers. I mean, one. I want to be invisible. I want to fly. I want to travel in time.
You want to travel back in time?
Yeah, back in time.
Where do you want to go?
I think during my show days when I was 10, 11, 12 years old, I want to travel back in time and see how I used to do. And I really miss my unit. All my shows unit used to be very helpful, very nice. They became my family. So yeah, I think I want to travel in time.
Lovely. A book or a suggestion that changed your life?
A book or a suggestion that changed my life. Not a book because I don't read.
Oh, okay.
And a suggestion, I think this advice that my parents gave me, that always keep your feet on the ground, always be very grounded. I think it always helps me. So yeah, I think that is one advice I'm always going to keep in my heart.
Lovely. What is the craziest thing that a fan has done for you?
Like I said, the tattoo thing, that was crazy. There was this one time I had gone to this event, and a lady came to me and she was like, my son, he's been studying this for past 5 years. He's made this invention and he's such a big fan of yours. He made this invention 5 years and he named it as Jannat. So that was very special. So I think,
I'm sure. One thing you would like to change about yourself?
I am actually very picky and choosy. I think sometimes it irritates me, and I think sometimes it's very difficult to be so choosy. I think I have to be a little more, easy in picking things and choosing, and a little more easy to handle.
That's the plan for the future.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
This or that, fame or fortune?
I think fame, because I'm a spoiled child.
Holidays or a home person?
Home person.
Rani Mukherjee or Kareena Kapoor?
Kareena Kapoor. Even though I really like Rani Mukherjee, I worked with her.
I know. Mr. Faizu or Ashnur Kaur?
Ashnur is my childhood friend.
Yeah.
Ashnur.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Movies or web shows?
I think web shows. Started binge watching now.
Okay. Now this is difficult, but actor or social media influencer?
Actor.
Lovely. If you could steal one thing from the following people, what would that be? Anushka Sen.
What would that be? I think her hair. It's mashallah so beautiful.
Yeah. Mr. Faizu.
I think height a little bit, a few inches from his height.
Ashnur Kaur.
Ashnur, dimples.
Sure. One last thing. If there is a biopic that will be made on your life, what do you want to name it?
I think it's too early to answer that question. I mean, I think I should leave this answer on my fans and all the people who know me, so that I think वो बताएंगे तो ज़्यादा better होगा.
Bilkul. But I hope that happens soon, and everything else that you want to do in the future, all the best for it.
Thank you so much. Guys, if you liked this interview, please like, comment, share and subscribe to Pinkvilla.